Today we're having a party, a Boston Tea Party. That's good. So, the Boston Tea Party, what was it about? Well, let's start with the origins. So, in 1767 and 1768, British Parliament passed a series of acts called the Townshend Act. These acts were tariffs and taxes that really impacted the lives of the colonists, made their lives miserable. They're having to pay a lot of extra money for a lot of things, one of those things being tea. So this led to the creation of several organizations, one of which was the Sons of Liberty. And that was a group of colonists that were protesting against what they felt like was illegal taxation on them, extra taxation on colonies. If they were British citizens, why were they having to pay extra duties and tariffs on goods that normal British citizens in England were having to pay? So they also, colonists tried to find a lot of ways around these things. One of the things they did was drink smuggled tea. It's actually estimated that by 1773, 4 out of every 5 cups of tea consumed in the colonies was smuggled British tea. So this led to big problems for the British East India Company, which was a major importer of tea to the colonies. And they had just literally hundreds of tons of tea sitting in their warehouses in England that nobody in the colonies was buying because they were all drinking smuggled Dutch tea. So they got their friends in Parliament to pass another law in May of 1773, the Tea Act, which was specifically even more restrictive about tea. And this just got the colonists all up in arms, which led us to December of 1773, about 7 months later, when 3 ships entered the Boston Harbor. We had the Eleanor, the Beaver, and the Dartmouth, all of them fully loaded with tea. And what happened was the Sons of Liberty, disguised as Mohawk Indians, boarded these ships, ransacked the holds, and dumped the tea into the Boston Harbor. After that, things really started to move quickly in the colonies. But before we get there, take a quick break, and we'll bring in one of these Sons of Liberty to talk to us. So, as we said, we're able to use the Timerator today to bring us one of the Sons of Liberty. Now, we couldn't get Sam Adams, we couldn't get John Adams, but I think we've got Steve Adams? Anyway, let's go to the Timerator and see what happens. I think he might be here. Steve, are you here?
Hello.
Hey, all right, come on out, Steve. I told you to dress as a Mohawk Indian. Is this the best you could do?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So, Steve Adams of Massachusetts. Why did the Sons of Liberty feel like you needed to dress as Mohawk Indians?
Well, the college disguised the British, and some people believed that we weren't the British, so we decided to dress up as Indians to show that we were American.
So you were like separating yourselves from Britain, showing that you were separate people. And it also looks pretty cool, right? Okay, cool. All right, so what was this tea party all about? Why get on these ships and take the tea and dump it overboard?
No taxation without representation.
No taxation without representation. So they were doing what? The British were passing laws and...
They were passing laws without even asking us. We need to have a choice.
Okay, I see. You're passionate about this, Steve. I like that about you. So, after the Tea Party, it led to the British passing even more laws. They called the Coercive Acts, right? And these Coercive Acts led to, they shut down all the trade in and out of Boston, right? Made it hard to get stuff. Installed a military governor in Boston. How did that make life in Boston for you?
Terrible.
Terrible? It was hard to put up with, right? Were you guys gonna take that for long?
No.
No.
They must have been dumbos to believe that.
Yeah, that's a bunch of dumbos to believe that. So yeah, that's exactly right, because about 1 year and 4 months later, on April 19th, 1775, what happened? Battle of Lexington. That's right, we're going to talk about that later. Thank you for watching Dad Knows. Dad Knows, the Boston Tea Party, was brought to you by the Jean Van Woodenshoe's Dutch Bootleg Tea Company. Tired of paying taxes on those boring old English teas? Or is your favorite tea currently resting at the bottom of Boston Harbor? Well, the Jean Van Woodenshoe's Dutch Bootleg Tea Company has you covered. We have all your favorite teas, from Bohea to Kongu and Suchang and Singlo and even Hyson. That's right. See your favorite smuggler for details. And watch out for the excise man. dishes.